Well, Hamish de Bretton-Gordon is a chemical weapons expert. He says if it was chlorine gas that was used in the attacks, then it's easy to get hold of because it's widely available in Syria.
The evidence we've seen is very similar to the evidence that we saw after the Sarakeb attack, after the Al Ghouta attack. And some of the symptoms we're seeing are those that you would expect from chemical weapons. And in this particular case, the regime have stated that chlorine was used at Hama and potentially pesticide organophosphate at Harista. Now, chlorine is a choking agent, and there's some very compelling evidence, not just that the regime have produced, but also on websites like Brian Moses, which unequivocally show that chlorine is in the air and has been used. Who is responsible? That, of course, is going to be very difficult. The delivery means would suggest that the regime is responsible. These barrels of chlorine falling out of helicopters or from rocketry. However, we do know that Al-Qaeda did a lot of research into chemical weapons, and it is not impossible that Al-Qaeda groups such as al-Nusra could have obtained chlorine, which is widely available in Syria, and used it themselves. Syria was a very large manufacturer of chlorine for commercial and domestic purposes. So I expect if this is chlorine, it's got hold of from commercial sources, which the regime could very well have used, and possibly Al-Qaeda as well.